Continuing where I left off. Coney is now mine.
Monsieur, vos ordres? Hommes, en avant!
And I'm going to put Napoleon in the city so his units can get back to their normal size. Replace the losses. Let's see, I have 809 gold to spend. Here I can only buy militia, which I have absolutely no need for. Yeah, let's recruit some of those Fusiliers of the line. Let's wait till next turn to strengthen these units. And we receive our next mission to take Turin, which was my plan anyway. Oh, and as you could see, after this, Piedmont and Sardinia will become my protectorate, which means that they won't cause me any more problems. And some of the other Italian states have now started a war between themselves, which is fine with me. And I've recruited my chasseur à cheval. So let's march these guys up. Let's select an army to take Turin with, which I can do in one turn. Excellent. I'll use these guys as scouts, because I have no idea how big the army is.
Immédiatement.
So let's take a look first.
Autre chose? Pardon, monsieur. À gauche, marchez. D'autres ordres?
This is going to be nasty. As you can see, the bar is completely full, although a bit less than half of it is armed citizenry. So let's take a good general. Let's take our cannon and a bunch of soldiers. Actually, I think I should just take everyone. But I only need one general, so let's leave that guy over there.
D'autres ordres?
I can merge up again with my scout unit.
Autre chose?
And invade.
Partez, pavillon! Commencez le siège!
Right, these are the odds. Clearly in my favor. And I have to face 2 units of dragoons, 2 12-pounder foot artillery, 1 unit of grenadiers, 2 line infantry, militia, or another line infantry, so that makes 3 of them. Lots and lots of militia and armed citizenry. Apart from the grenadiers and the line infantry, I don't think I have a lot to fear here. The enemy does have a few more horses. So let's get to battle. So starting with the deployment, it's generally one big line with my grenadiers on the left, 2 of my cannon on the left, all of my cavalry on the left, because on the right there's a village in the way and it's hard to do charges there. And I've got 1 cannon on the right. First I'm going to pause the game to see how the enemy has deployed. He's got some cavalry here, a cannon, lots and lots and lots and lots of armed citizenry, and some proper infantry. and one more cannon. So so actually his strength is on my right flank, which is excellent, because my left flank has my strength. First I'm going to move these cannon up to the top of the hill and do the same with the cannon over there. Well, there's no real serious hills, that's why I scroll down so I can see if there's a hill in the way. It's easy to miss a tiny hill sitting there and you just end up shooting the hill all the time, so it's best to take a good look to see if your cannon has a clear line of fire. Then I create a group out of my line of men, so I can use them as one big unit. As you can see, it works like that. Makes it very easy to manipulate. And I've moved my cannons up. I forgot that little unit over there, so just going to squeeze it in there. I'm going to take my cavalry, keep them to the side to protect the cannons, and use grenadiers to function as a backup unit. This cannon's now ready, so I'm going to deploy it and start shooting. I always try to shoot units at an angle, never shoot straight at them unless you're using canister shot. You hit more men that way, and they are, as you can see in the distance, they're now very busily moving all the strong units to the other side and the weak units to my right. So they've seen my deployment and they're now just inverting their army to meet me. Right, and I'm going to skip a bit because this battle is quite long and YouTube only accepts up to 15 minutes. And here we go, the action begins. He sent for his cavalry, so I'm telling my cannon to shoot the cavalry and switch to grape shot. Now they're not really doing a good job at actually hitting them, which is unfortunate. My chasseur à cheval can now open fire, and now I'm just going to charge forward and finish them off. I tried to move these units into square, but they actually don't attack them, and I was also too late. And then I hit my own horses in the left. Stupid move. And as you can see, I did lose some of my cannon in the process. Not very smart. So now I have 6 men with swords running around and trying to kill people. However, I've defeated the horses, so now I can put my cavalry back in line and face the enemy. Again, hitting my own cavalry. I really should have been paying attention. In this whole battle I don't make good use of my cannon, as you can see. My cannon keeps getting stuck behind my line because my enemy is forcing me to move forward. He's not really responding to my cannon fire. Usually you use your cannons to force the enemy to move towards you. Unfortunately here that doesn't appear to work, and I don't want the enemy to retreat into the city. The city fights are just messy with all the buildings in the way. Time to skip forward. First thing I do is move my cavalry up to the left in a flanking position, where they can hopefully charge forward. At the same time I'm being attacked by lots and lots of cavalry, and what I do here is simply tell my grenadiers to charge forward and do something about it. Unfortunately I didn't set my grenadiers to melee, so they're now going to try and shoot at the horses, which is rather difficult because my own men are in the way. My chasseurs have retreated to the back, so they weren't hurt by the cavalry charge. Then I move this unit here, which is doing nothing, to flank the enemy. It's always better to shoot them in the side or back if you can. Now I notice the problem with my grenadiers, so I move them forward. Then I notice the enemy is marching towards my horses, so I put them even more into the back, which will at the very least delay the enemy from attacking my line because he's too busy chasing my horses around. My cannon isn't really doing anything, just walking around, sitting there. Because my own men are in the way of giving him a clear shot at the enemy. I just end up hitting my own men. I notice his line isn't running, so I told him to run instead of walk. Because they're getting shot at the side now. This cannon is shooting, and I'm trying my best not to hit my own men in the process. These guys have won the cavalry fight, so they're being moved forward. You can see all the bodies strewn around. I move them even further back, because as you can see, that one unit really wants my horseman dead, and I'm not letting him. His cannon is now getting shot at the top left of the screen, which is excellent. We'll take care of that little problem. Cannons aren't very mobile, and the moment they get shot, it's usually over for them. Unless he had it deployed properly and pumped me full of canister shot, which he didn't. I notice his line has moved back, so I'm moving my line forward. Whilst I'm being flanked a bit by him over there. I'll have to leave that flank as it is. Cannon is still around, so I'm going to charge forward with my horse units. Then I realize that the chasseurs are going to hit my own dragoons in the back, so I make the dragoons slow down for a bit, so the chasseurs are in front. But his general is charged forward, so I'm just going to finish his general first. Killing the general is always a good idea. With the dead general, the army has very low morale and will quickly run. And because I've brought Napoleon along, my units, simply by the fact that I've... There we go, general dead. Simply because I've brought the Napoleon unit with me, my men are more courageous than normal. Right, now I'm going to charge this unit that was flanking, trying to hit my horses earlier. I'm going to charge it in the rear. I hate that. I do hit my own men in the process. Should have said the chasseurs first and then the dragoons. Oh well. My grenadiers have thrown some grenades. Nice black smoke. Now on my right, as you can see, I only really have that cannon to worry about. Everybody else is running. And my cavalry are done with their little charge. We do have that little square up there. Probably shouldn't charge in there yet. Square makes a nice target for getting hit with normal gunfire though. And they're running. What I'm going to do now is simply try to destroy as many routing units as I can before they stop routing. And also to make sure that they don't bother me in another battle. Just trying to hit the enemy where it hurts. Now, some of his units have already stopped routing in the back. As you can see, the flags are no longer blinking. And my men are tired. You can see they're slow. And I'll keep doing this till the end of the battle. Well, let's skip forward until the enemy returns. At this point, the enemy's forming up a line, but I've also formed up my men back into a nice line. Many have stopped routing and they're going to try again to defeat me. Whilst I'm still using my cavalry to mop up all the running units to make sure they don't come back. And now we're just going to exchange gunfire for a bit. I'm going to skip forward a bit more.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
After a while, units start wavering, the flags are starting to blink, as you can see. Units are already weak and definitely outnumbered. You can clearly see I have many more men busy shooting at them. There's one enemy unit left. I've sent my men forward to charge. And the sight of my men moving forward alone was enough to send them running. And with that, I've won. As you can see, there's I'm looking to see if there's any other enemies left, but no, I win. Thanks for watching. Please press the like button and subscribe for updates.